Wait up. That's my living room. Look at the awesome pearl wall scrolls. Look at my fat. I finally shaved. I still look fat, but I don't look like a weeble. A weeble dork. Look at the games. Oh, yeah. Holy shit, I look like an idiot. Whatever. Okay, let me set the cam better. Wait up. Okay. So I'm still playing Touhou Scarlet Curiosity. I'm on level 29. Have no idea how big the game is. I don't know how long the game is. I have checked out a couple of the trophies and it seems the trophies are not that hard. I'm really liking the game though. What's up, Ethel Wonder? How are you doing? Bloody blah. Okay, so Operation Zero launch games, and I just pre-ordered Dragon Quest Heroes 2. And I'm going to show you guys what's up. Because I don't want you to think I'm lying, because I don't. Wait up. Your game zone. Dragon Quest. Let me check it out. Horizon is freaking amazing. Horizon is absolutely freaking amazing. Still need to play more. Dragon Quest Heroes. They better not have changed it though. No, it's not. Okay, so I pre-ordered Dragon Quest Heroes 2, something I said that I wouldn't do. Basically because it's 40 bucks. So the game cost me 40 euros, but because you actually get a 5% discount, it's only 38 euros. That is a 50% decrease compared to how other stores are selling it. Holy shit. So I just couldn't pass it up. I mean, really, 38 euros for a new RPG. Dragon Quest Heroes is, you know, one of my favorite games from 2015. Part 2 is, I'm highly anticipating it. So I was really happy that I saw the stuff for 40 bucks. And I just couldn't pass it up. I'm like, you know, 38 euros is not a full price game, so I had to get it. The game store is called Your Game Zone. Skip. I don't really care about the storyline. It's not really that interesting in this game, to be honest. Geise. Okay, so the game is coming out next week. I'm not entirely sure when I'll be getting it. Maybe at the end of the week. Maybe I will be getting it sooner. And I'm also thinking about, in another game store called Game Shop 20, they have a deal going on right now that every game besides pre-orders are get 3 games, pay for 2. So the games I found or checked out on was Yooka-Laylee, Berserk, and I think I got One Piece, Burning Blood. So those 3 games would be 21 euros each. That's a pretty good price too. And especially Berserk and Yooka-Laylee are games I'm really looking out for. So I'm thinking about getting those games too, but I'm not entirely sure. But they're at least really good prices. And because of that, Persona 5 is going to be longer. I'm going to wait longer. In 7 weeks, I'm actually having a vacation, and I'm really thinking of using my vacation to play Persona, pretty much. If I'm not doing something else, of course. I'm not gonna spend 3 weeks, you know, in my house, but when I have the time, and I mostly have more time than I'm doing other things, playing games, I'm gonna buy Persona 5 when I have my vacation. That is kind of the plan I have as of right now. So in theory, I have enough time to play the 4 games I just got. Did I, by the way, mention that I really like the graphics and the music in this game? It's really cool. I was really not expecting that. I mean, even graphically, it looks pretty nice. Level up. Did you play the demo? Well, Dragon Quest Heroes, like, it's not. Well, they say compared to the first one, it's more of an RPG, but its playstyle is still like, you know, a Dynasty Warrior game, like a Masao game. It's also made by the developers who are making Masao games, so you really have to like it or not. But I'm a big Dragon Quest fan. You know, I'm a big Warrior fan. I love Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors, and I thought that Dragon Quest Heroes 1 was freaking amazing. I truly freaking loved that game. It was such an awesome game, and from what I've heard is that the second one is even better. So I can't freaking wait. A part of me was kind of disappointed that, you know, I made a point where I'm not gonna buy it, but that was when it still was $50. For 38, I cannot pass up on it. I have to get it. So you didn't like the demo? What didn't you like about it? Oh, I died! Holy shit, didn't see that. Do I have to do everything over again? Oh no, you just restart. Oh, okay. I didn't even saw that I was dying. So, let me see the skills. Oh, this one's much better. This really reminds me of like an old school RPG. I don't know why. It kind of does have that PS2-ish graphics, just a lot sharper. And it definitely has that PS2 style music. Which level are they though, by the way? Did it say 37? Only 30, okay. Okay. Die, evil demon. Okay, so that's where you... That kind of looks like I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. Innocent. That wasn't that hard. Crappers. The monster, the real monster. Satori. Let's skip this. Oh. Okay. What's up, Trifus? Bij Your Game Zone is Dragon Quest Heroes 2, 38 euro. Kon niet laten, moest halen. Couldn't help myself. En bij GameShop Twente hebben ze 3 halen tegen betalen op alle games. Oeh. Nou, loading. Evil Lava Spirit. Zwak. Nee. 38 euro is geen volledige prijs. Dat is een goede prijs, 38 euro. Hele goede prijs. Persoonlijk ga ik pas halen al in mijn vakantie over 7 weken. Dus ik wacht daar maar even mee. Dol! Kom er vandaan? Oh, daar! Don't shit. Hij was blind. Oh, en inderdaad, het spel is best wel tof. Geen genoeg. Dat is een leuk spel. Hoi, evil plant. Nee. Ik had deze game voor volgens mij zo'n 3 of 4 euro. Echt super cheap. Very cheap. Cheapy game. Give me gear. Pink skirt. Let's see, I have better or something. Oh. That one's much better though. Oh, idiot. Do I want to go there? No, I don't. Star Ruby. Ja. Ja, heel af en toe haal ik nog een PlayStation Network spel, maar bijna niet. Maar inderdaad, de PlayStation 2 games, daar kijk ik altijd wel een beetje naar uit. Als ze een beetje cheap zijn. Oh, een nieuw enemy. That took them long enough. Sorry, dead. Het spel is helaas de enige Touhou game op dit moment die digitaal only is. Die andere games komen allemaal fysiek uit. The only digital only game. Okay, so that was weird. That was it. Okay. What's that? That's not really good camera. Oh. I actually did play Destroy All Humans on PS2. I got the first and the second one. They're pretty fun. At least, I thought they were fun. They're pretty good. Of course, they're outdated. Outdated. Oh. A shrine. Holy shit, what else is this? Oh echt? Ik zag een spel voor volgens mij €2,5. Dus die is best wel tof. Die is best wel goed. Wow, what happened to me? Oh, you have to rescue them. Okay. I played Red Faction on PS2. It was a pretty good game. I never beat it though. And I played Red Faction 2. I did play like a lot of multiplayer. And trying to dig all kinds of tunnels. Of course, as a kid, we didn't know that, you know, you only have a short amount of play hours. Or a short amount of space where you can actually destroy stuff. Ah, of course, in the new Call of Duty. It was kind of a given after Infinite Wars didn't really sell that good, that they were going back to old school. It does look really cool. Had je die geleakte screenshots gezien? Ziet er best tof uit. Moet ook wel als je zoveel geld hebt. Kan niet anders. That's so much money. I have nothing. I am poor. Poor guy. They are rich, I am poor. Press on with courage, brave adventurers, and hope shall be given unto you. Ha! I did that pretty good. Triforce, didn't they announce that 26th of April they are going to announce the trailer, the gameplay trailer for the game? Yeah, World War II yet again, and what's up, Hulk? Even though, I mean, like on PS3, wasn't only World of Wars or something like that, War of Worlds, only getting World War II. So it's been a long time since we saw these World War II shooters. Back in PS2 and PS1 and PS2, they were just too many. Way too many. Of course, with you know the technology of today, they can of course make World War II games a lot more epic looking. We're gonna see how it pans out. Who knows, maybe finally they create a good storyline. The end of the road. Yeah, it would be cool if they would create like a classic shooter mode, like back in the PS1 and PS2 days, where indeed you didn't have snipe scoping and bunny hopping and teabagging shit. I don't know, maybe you did have teabagging, but just classical hardcore shooter in the setting of World War II could be pretty cool. Like the first 2 Call of Duty games were actually pretty epic. Level up! Well, you know, I won't say that I'm interested in Call of Duty, even though it is a new setting. But for the fans, who knows? Maybe it's actually, you know, what fans want. Yeah, like World War II is not really fun, but I know what he means. I personally, though, like I liked what I saw with the last Call of Duty because I do like space and, you know, science fiction, so I thought there was nothing wrong with it. I'm not gonna, you know, buy it at launch. And if I'm not mistaken, then the last Call of Duty was actually online connection required, so I most probably will never play it. Sexy figurine. Ooh, hello. It's just for selling, I guess. Figured. True. What's up, the famous stranger? That is definitely true. Nobody really wanted, at least the fans of Call of Duty, they never wanted science fiction-ish game, but that's what it was. And it still sold freaking good. But not as much as they would hope. Black Ops 2 still remains people's favorite this gen, from what I've heard. Well, I am actually interested in. I am interested in new Star Wars, definitely. I was interested in the first Battlefield up until they announced there's no single player and online connection required, and it seems they fixed those 2 points. There's actually like a 2-player co-op mode, even though I don't have friends to play, but still. With like a huge amount of customization. I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. All the DLC is going to be free. The only microtransactions they have will be, you know, visually, you know, different skins, you know, your characters looking different, maybe different heroes, but nothing in the way of having like DLC packs or whatever. That is really cool. They really learned from their mistake with the original Battlefront. So I am fairly interested in Battlefront. the second one. I never saw the appeal of quickscoping. Like, if you want to have a shooter, like I like shooters like SOCOM that were more tactical, and you know that's the shooters I like. Or if we're really talking about like first-person shooters, I like the over-the-top, like Unreal Tournament, Painkiller, Quake, Doom. Those are the first-person shooters I sort of like. Just the arcade-ish shooters. I always had a lot of fun with them. It seems, by the way, that Titanfall 2's storyline is really good. You know, that's also one of the games I am fairly looking out for a good price drop. Because people that, you know, are talking about Titanfall, they're saying like, yeah, it's pretty much one of the best first-person mecha games. Its storyline is actually really good. I'm like, oh, okay. That's interesting to know. Time Splitters, holy shit. Time Splitters has to be like one of my favorite franchises for first-person shooters ever. The amount of time me and my friends played that game, holy shit. Time Splitters 2 was just... what the hell did I do? Time Splitters 2 was freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. If they would release Time Splitters 2 like as a PS2 classics, I would be so freaking happy. I would be so happy. What's up, H-Brand? Yeah, Time Splitters is pretty much dead. And like, if they even would make a new Time Splitters, I don't really know if it's gonna be as good as it was. Oh, are those the guys from Crytek? I thought that... oh yeah, of course, Crytek is the guys from the other pretty good shooter. The really popular one that everyone... Crysis! You know, you have that saying like... you're having a new PC and then people ask, but does it run Crysis? That was so fun. Where am I now, by the way? Can it run Crysis? I think there's actually a PS3 trophy that's actually called "But Can It Run Crysis?" I thought it was pretty funny. Rise, though, I have actually seen Rise from start to finish on a gameplay video on YouTube. And I was like, if that game would come out on PS4, I would definitely have bought it. It looks like a really cool game, to be honest. I also absolutely love the Romans age, like with the Romans. I think that the Roman Empire is so cool. So if they're really making Rise 2 Xbox exclusive, that's, you know, a little bit sad, but whatever. I like the I only played Crysis 2, of course. on PS2, and it is one of the few incredible looking games on PlayStation that actually made me feel I was in this battle of, you know, human versus aliens. Now, especially like the last couple of parts of the game, you have like big epic battles that really make me feel like, holy shit, I'm in this alien invasion war. It was super cool. I really enjoyed Crysis. Crysis 3, it was alright. It wasn't that bad, it wasn't that good. Oh, that's it? I don't have a map, so I don't really know where to go. So that's where I come from, right? Ah, okay, this is, I think, where I have to go. Well, I did have the Wii, but I never played Crysis on the Wii. Didn't a lot of people from Rare got to the studio who made Yooka-Laylee? Or whatever, how... I still can't pronounce the freaking name. But you know what I mean. No! Fell down. Yeah, Platonic. That's the one. Those are the ones. Such a weird level. Oh, there's actually someone. Didn't Microsoft, by the way, not destroy a couple of really good studios? Or was it Electronic Arts? Like the ones who also made Red Alert and Command and Conquer, didn't they get destroyed by a company? I think was it Microsoft or was it Electronic Arts who fucked up that company? Like Red Alert 2 is a game I still play once in a while on my PC. Oh, that's EA, yeah. I remember one of these companies fucking up Westwood Studios. Assholes. Didn't I already do this? Maybe I did something wrong. EA killed Naughty Dog? Was Naughty Dog multi-platform before they joined Sony? Can't remember, I was way too young to know that. Help no, I am not sub to G4 gamers or V gamers. I have seen a lot of history about Command and Conquer though. Okay, so oh shit, I have to go back. Okay, that's kind of idiotic. It's kind of stupid. This kind of makes me look stupid, but okay. VR is just like the Move. I don't know. It seems that the VR is very popular. I just think that $400 is really expensive. But there are some games out there I'm like, that looks really cool. And I have played VR, and I can generally say that the experience I had with the system is It's impossible to have that with just a television. Absolutely impossible. But it just felt like a lot of demos. You know, it's just like Evo Korea, like the first single player level that you see all these EVE Online ships that I remember because I played EVE Online for years. I'm like, holy shit, this is so cool. And then you have a big battle. I'm like, oh my god, this is so freaking cool. And that's the only good level you get. I'm like, oh, okay. I paid $60 for this, so okay. And I played a lot online, and it was fun. It was fun. It is pretty much the best space experience I've ever had. Like, you genuinely feel you're in a spaceship. It's just that, again, there were like a couple of levels, a couple of, ships. Customization was really limited. So, all in all, even $60 for EVE for Korea felt really like a demo. But saying that the PlayStation VR is like the move, no. Some experiences like Evo Korea, like Drive Club, you cannot have that on a screen. It's impossible. Seriously, they were one of the best experiences I've ever had in a video game. The reason why I sold my VR was, as I said, they all felt like small demos. It really felt that I should wait another generation to really see 1080p or maybe even 4K VR. It didn't look as sharp as I would have hoped it would, but the experience itself was nothing short of mind-blowing. Especially like Bound and Res Infinite. Holy damn. Really, like, holy damn. Res Infinite is so awesome in VR. Like, every one of my friends were like, can I check out VR? Can I check out Resident Evil? I'm like, no. Check out Res Infinite. And all of them were super impressed. Really, I have no friend who said, this is weird. This is lame. They were all like, oh my freaking god, this is so cool. Yeah, I mean, so that is a little bit the reason why I sold my PSVR. Not because it's a gimmick, not because I was like, oh, this is gonna be going away in a year or two. I just really felt like the PS4 just can't handle how VR should be. I think that the screen is like 720p. It's not even 1080p. It's the games are all demos. This generation for VR is really, trying to see what works, trying to see what not works. But the experience you can get with a couple of games is unprecedented on any game on television. I think that if I would play Res Infinite right now, I won't say I would be bored, but I would be just like, it's not as good as in VR. Seriously, Triforce, if you can check out VR, if you know anyone who has Res Infinite, play that game. It is, and play the first level of Evo Korea. It is mind-blowing amazing. Like, I was gushing on when I saw these gigantic titans. It was just one level. 15 minutes for $60. That kind of really made me pissed. So I'm just checking out, like, hey, what's PS5 gonna be, and what is PlayStation 5 VR going to be? yeah, you also had that London Heist for PlayStation VR. There is one game I checked out. It was one of the last games I played. It was that VR Worlds bundle demo. It was a demo, and in that demo, you are you're holy shit. You're submerging. You know, you're in a cage and you're being submerged into the dark, you know, of the sea. And seriously, like, I let my nephews, they were 5 years old, I let them play that, and they were just amazed. Like, they were like doing this, like they saw all the fishes, and it truly was amazing. Like, and I let them play that platform game on PSVR, you know, with the little robots. It's actually one of the best games you can play on VR. It's that small platform game. And they were completely hooked. They were almost fighting for, you know, I want to play it. No, I want to play it. It was genuinely super cool. Did you get Touhou too? I thought about it, but I'm like, nah. You know, man. Touhou Kiwami was a good game though. I still need to play it a little bit more. Like freaking every game. But I don't know, there are just too many games coming out. As you've seen in the description, I bought Dragon Quest Heroes 2. It only cost me 38 bucks. On the game store where I buy my games, I don't know how they do it, but the game is only 38 euros. So I'm like, okay, that is an amazing price. That's not full price. So I pre-ordered Dragon Quest Heroes 2, and I'm really thinking of buying Persona 5 when I have vacation, so that I can fully play Persona. So that will be in about 7 weeks, so I have enough time to play all the other games. Is Wildlands a good game? Or is it broken at launch? Like, do you need like 20 million patches to make it work? From what I've seen, like a couple of my friends are playing it, that the game is really good. So, like the only patches are more like small bugs and content. But of course, I don't know it because I haven't played it. Okay, so the game does run great, because Ubisoft did say after, like, you know, the fiasco of Assassin's Creed that they were not going to do that anymore. They're not gonna release games absolutely broken. That, you know, that they would create games with better quality. So if Wildlands does run great, that's really cool. I think that the other one, For Honor, also runs pretty well. It's just that, you know, it's online required. I'm still pissed about that. That game looks really cool. Oh. That was pretty cool, right? You see that? Yeah, like every game has bugs, but it's different to having just a couple of bugs and having a game that is almost unplayable. H. Brand, every level in this game have one track, yes. One music track. And it seems that the levels are fairly large. Assassin's Creed Unity, wasn't that game the better one? Oh no. So because of Assassin's Creed Unity, Syndicate didn't really sell that well, and that is when Ubisoft said, we are going to, put more time and more effort in making our games. And that's why we didn't get a Assassin's Creed game last year, because I honestly believe that the new Assassin's Creed is going to be great. Like, they really put in time and effort, because Ubisoft is a good developer. They're not bad. It's just extremely hard to pump out a AAA game every year. It's almost impossible. So that was it, right? Investors definitely want yearly titles, but investors also want games to be selling well. If the games are not selling well, then, For example, like, do you think that Sony is happy about Horizon, or are they like, holy shit, it took them 6 years and, it's not selling? Because it took them 6 years and it's selling extremely well because it's a good game. They take their time to create a good game. And that is more important than pushing Horizon in 2 years being not as good. Hey, this looks pretty cool. Namco Bandai is definitely one of my favorite publishers and developers this generation. Especially the first 2 years, they pumped out quite a lot of games. They're still pumping out games, but there are definitely other developers and publishers doing the same. Like Nippon Ichi is also pumping out some good games. Really? Like, Everybody's Golf is the first Sony exclusive I'm not going to buy. Like, I have zero interest in Everybody's Golf. Like, zero interest. Yeah, I think that's why Namco Bandai is so good, because not only do they create, sequels to their games, they also invest in new IPs and new games. Like the new one, like Code Vein, generally looks like an awesome game, and even graphically, it looks pretty good. Of course, Sony is happy. So even though Sony had to shelf out money for 6 years straight, at the end, they are getting so much in return. So much that, we don't know how much. Like, they say that it's cost like $50 million to make Horizon. You can pretty much be guaranteed they already got their money back, and even more. So Sony would be a lot, is happier than, for example, they put out Horizon in 2 years, and it is Order 0.2, another fiasco like The Order or Drive Club. And I think that Sony really learned from that, and that's why, that's why you see them announcing a lot of games, but they take a long time. But eventually, hopefully, many of them will be freaking amazing. Very funny, Triforce. Very funny. Gravity Rush 2, as you said last night, same with The Last Guardian. The Last Guardian actually did sell pretty well, but The Last Guardian and Gravity Rush 2 should have been $40 at launch. You know, Gravity Rush 2 didn't sell bad because the game sucks. It sold bad because it came out at a time where so many good games were coming out. And it was just too expensive. People forgot about Gravity Rush because it's too expensive and they focused on other games. And as you have said, H-Brand, and we talked about a lot often, is there is a good possibility that NEC 2 will be $40. That Sony is going to make AAA budget, AAA big budget games like Days Gone and like Horizon, but they're also going to create $40 games like Ratchet & Clank and NEC and Wipeout, so that they not only have a large diversity in games, they also have diversity in how much a game costs. So that is pretty smart. I have no idea how long God of War has been in development, but since last E3 they showed that the game looked pretty good. And they already announced, is that the boss? They already announced that God of War is playable from start to finish. It could be a surprise on E3, like, hey, God of War is coming out like this November or whatever. I definitely see that happening. Holy shit. Holy shit. Why do that? Run, please! Aha. Sony Band are the ones who are making Days Gone, right? Like, if they make Days Gone good, they don't even need to make it special. They don't need to make it like, oh my god, look how crazy it is. If they make the game and let people feel they're playing sort of a Walking Dead game, because of the popularity of The Walking Dead, Days Gone could be a really big sleeper hit. And if they make like a really interesting story, great open world gameplay, and because I kind of am skeptical about it, but if they can actually make the game that they showed, that there are hundreds of zombies on screen without any slowdowns, that would be pretty cool. That would be super cool. I have my doubts about it, but like Days Gone is graphically not the top. It's not Horizon. And heck, even Horizon runs really solid. So I can definitely see them saying things like, on PS4 it has 200 zombies on screen, but on PS4 Pro there are more. Maybe. I can definitely see them say that. But I mean, if you look at Dead Rising 2 had hundreds of zombies on screen. That game was fantastic. So if the PS3 can do it, the PS4 should also be able to do it. I still need to play Dying Light. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. A couple of my friends diehard played it. I think they actually platinumed it. So what the heck is this? Ooh, I like the soundtrack. Didn't the Dying Light also have like a really big DLC upgrade? Like an expansion pack where you can actually drive cars and stuff? Wasn't it like the Following or the Light? Because I do know that there is like a complete edition of Dying Light that has the expansion on it. That's the one I'm checking out for. If I ever have the money and time to actually play it. I'm pretty shocked that this game was so freaking long. I would have expected this game to be a lot shorter, but... Oh yeah, the Following. That's the one. Yeah, those are definitely like the top studios that people are gonna look out and say, holy shit, this game's gonna look amazing. If you see how fast they built the new Uncharted and how good it looks, it's pretty impressive. But Days Gone also looked pretty good. And for me, visually, one of the best looking games I have played in a long time, except for Horizon, is actually Neo. Like, Neo is such a cool looking game. It looks so good. It really made me feel like a samurai. And in 2 weeks, when the DLC pack comes out, it will make me feel like a samurai again. Because I, of course, am gonna buy it. I will get paid tomorrow, and I will be getting the season pass tomorrow. I just have to support Neo. What's up, Invisible Jin? You are visible. If you like RPGs, if you like action RPGs, and if you can get the game pretty cheap, like I wouldn't spend $20 on it. Like, I got this game I think for like $3 or $4. It was in a sale and it was really inexpensive. The game is pretty good. Like, it's really repetitive. As you've seen, it's pretty much doing the same thing the entire time. There is a storyline. There are 2 playable characters. But for a small budget game, it's pretty good actually. Graphically, it's pretty good. It runs solid, and the music is actually really good. That is my biggest surprise with this game. The music and its graphics are pretty good. Well, like Ace Brand, like if Bloodborne 2 is real, that will be pretty much be Sony Studios' big AAA game. And maybe the other game they're working on that you talked about. But yeah, I mean, Japan Studios is definitely like the smaller budget studio for Japan. Same goes with Insomniac, with Ratchet & Clank, even though it's not first party. You know, they are definitely going to make Spider-Man may be a bigger budget title. Not entirely sure. Maybe they're going to surprise us and announce Spider-Man for $40. I don't know. But Spider-Man seems to be like a big budget title. But hopefully they're also working on Ratchet & Clank 2. That is definitely going to be a $20 game. They really had good success with Ratchet & Clank being only $40. So same goes with NEC 2. There's a huge possibility that game is going to be $40, and that's a good price. You know, the age of every game being $60 at launch is definitely over. It's a fact. It's over. People are not gonna pay $60 for every game out there. Something I, by the way, predicted years ago. I'm pretty happy that everything I predicted came true. I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good. Well, there are rumors that Insomniac themselves spread around that Spider-Man is actually going to come out this year with the movie. I mean, that would be the best case for them, because they will have the free marketing of there's a game coming out with the movie. Kind of the same with, you know, with Star Wars Battlefront. That game sold like crazy, mostly because the movie came out. Neo, you could see as Neo the spiritual successor of Onimusha. So if you loved Onimusha, Neo is a must-have. An absolute must-have. Neo is by far one of the best games on PS4. It's one of the best games on PS4. Neo is amazing. It's really good. It's hard though, but you can play it with someone else online. That makes it a little bit easier, or really easier. It depends on, you know, the skill that that person has. But single player can be a little bit difficult. But playing, you know, multiplayer is also really fun. And the game is just packed full of content. Absolutely packed full of content. Are those bones? Holy shit, they're bones! That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. The bone group. Die, evil spirits. Oh, did you ask me the question if I liked Onimusha more than Neo? Then, since I played Onimusha 2, that was the first one I played. That one was great. I loved the first Onimusha, the second one. Then I got this the first one cheaper. I never beat the game, but I got pretty far. It was good. Then I got Onimusha. Onimusha 3 I skipped. I don't know what I was playing then, but I skipped Onimusha, the first Onimusha, the third one. Then I played Onimusha, what's it called? Dawn of Souls? Or Dawn of Dreams? That game was fantastic. It was a big ass game. Really big. And after that, years later, I got Onimusha 3. I played that quite a while. But I have to admit that because of the whole soul-ish battle style that I absolutely love, I think that Neo is the better game. it definitely is the better game. That would be pretty epic if they would announce a couple of RPGs. By the way, Ace Brand, did you hear about the rumors of Sony working on another PS4 Slim? What do you think? It's gonna be like, it's pretty much gonna be like the PS4 Pro Slim, right? They can never make a slim version of the original PS4 already. It's been like a year. I'm also a big samurai fan, don't get me wrong. I love feudal Japan, it's so freaking cool. Like, I really love the whole art style of, you know, old Japan. And I also like Dynasty Warriors. I also like the art style of China. But yeah, Samurai Warriors is, you know, Japan is definitely the better one in my opinion. And like, the way the Samurai were actually good games, only the last one, the fourth one, kinda sucked. Because then you had that Western influence in the game. I did not like that. I didn't like that at all. I played, you know, Way of the Samurai for like an hour or two. I'm like, no, this I don't like it. I don't like the Western style of it. But stuff like Yakuza is also like freaking good. You know, I like old Japan, but I also like modern Japan. I love everything. Yes, there are big rumors out there that Microsoft is going the Sony route, and that the biggest surprise of the Scorpio is that it's gonna be like $400. That is, if that's the case, I can definitely see the Scorpio being a lot more popular than the Pro. But I mean, from the people, the technology people who actually know how much it costs. You know, for example, Digital Foundry said it's going to be $500. You know, the system that they're using, the stuff they're using, is pretty advanced, and it's really expensive. But who knows? Maybe Microsoft is, you know, maybe they're going to take a loss and like, we just want to sell the console. But then again, Phil Spencer from Microsoft themselves said the Scorpio is not for mainstream gamers. It is a premium system and it's not gonna be cheap. So, you know, I would be really shocked if Scorpio is gonna be $400, because yes, then Sony is kind of fucked a little bit, because then they have like a 400 Pro that's not really that powerful, and you have a much powerfuler Scorpio being the same, you know, the same amount. So that is going to make Sony at least drop it to 300. But yeah, I mean, the whole slim version is definitely for the Pro. I don't see them making PS4 Slim 2 already. Or if it really cuts the price, like if they announced PS4 Slim for like $200, you know, then I can see it, but I don't see them doing that. It is definitely not gonna be $600, but like the maximum amount is gonna be 500, and that is still really expensive. But then again, it's an option. You know, some gamers are talking about 9th gen Switch and Scorpio, and PlayStation is lacking behind, and that's why Sony is going to rush out the PlayStation 5. No, this is still Sony's gen. Sony is still number one, the king of all kings. And Scorpio is just a option for gamers who want the best console experience they can get. It's not 9th gen. 9th gen is gonna happen in about 2-3 years. There are actually a lot of characters in this game. I didn't know that. I didn't know, and it's kind of funny that Touhou, all of their characters, well, this kind of looks the same, but they're all like small children. You don't really have that fan service-ish character with big boobs or whatever. Kind of weird. Okay. Die. Phew. Maybe because people really want the fancy RPG. And the famous stranger, Sony actually said when they announced the PS4 Pro that this is the only time they're going to do this, and that the next thing is going to be the PlayStation 5. And as I have talked and discussed about it a lot with various people, I truly believe that when PlayStation 5 is going to be announced, right off the bat, Sony is going to announce the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 5 Pro. So one for the mainstream $400 players, and one that is maybe $500 or even $600, but of course with 4K graphics at 60 frames, better graphics, blah 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 blah. Mark my freaking words. They are going to announce a PlayStation 5 Pro right at launch. Sure, but you know, maybe they want an exclusive fancy RPG. I don't know. Like I would love to see an RPG like Final Fantasy 12 or like what's the other game? Final Fantasy 9. That would be pretty cool. Like, sure, Final Fantasy 12 is coming out on PS4, but it's an older game, you know, it's not a new release. Yes, I did miss your post above. The only thing I saw was I heard from various blah blah that they're not gonna make new PS5 and they're gonna keep updating the Pro. That's not gonna happen. Sony is not going to make PlayStation 4 Pro 2 or 3. Oh yeah, Project Awakening. This E3 and this year's Tokyo Game Show are going to be so freaking amazing. They have to be. With all the announcements and all these secret games they're working on, it has to be freaking great. That's the story. Kappa. Well, Sony is not falling behind. It's just that, you know, especially like Nintendo fans and Microsoft fans are now all of a sudden saying, you know, Generation 9 has started and, you know, we have Scorpio, we have the Switch, and Sony has nothing. Even though both of these systems are being made because Sony crushed their other systems. You know, Switch being made because Wii U failed, and Scorpio being made because everyone makes fun of makes fun of the Xbox at not running games at a solid frame rate or a solid whatever resolution. Even though definitely with Microsoft that is not the case. It's all about not having any exclusives. Switch is way underpowered, but it also showcases that the mainstream gamers don't care about power. You know, they just want good games. Because it seems that the Switch is selling really well. But people are exaggerating it though. There are like people from GameStop are saying, oh, you know, the Switch is gonna beat the Wii and it's gonna be like the best system ever. I'm like, no. You know, it would be horrible for a totally new system to not be able to beat the PS4 for a couple of months. The system is like 4 years old. That will be horrible for Nintendo if they can't even do that. Holy shit! What the hell? Oh wait, I think you can now go anywhere to just grind for levels. Ah, okay. Because this is where you have to go. Okay. I can understand that. Yeah, but it does seem though that like the part where Zelda runs like crap is just a small part in the game. But most of the time, the game does run pretty well, and I do consider like every game on Switch can also be played on the go. And definitely what we're seeing now in Japan, it's getting super popular because Japanese people are always on the go, so the system does look pretty cool. it's just gonna have a really hard time, you know, to really sell for a longer amount of time. Oh, this one is actually worse. That's not good. That cost me really a lot of money. Look, that's not good. Not happy about that. Yes, you know, like Nintendo already, you know, released their system. People are already talking about it, and now it's up to for Nintendo this E3 to make people aware of, hey, there are games coming out for the Switch. We have third-party support, maybe not the big players, but we have Japanese games coming out for the system, indies. And we're working on games for ourselves. Microsoft is, trust me on it, going to cry about the power of Scorpio and look at our 4K graphics, super powerful pixels and this and that. And maybe they're gonna announce like 1 or 2 exclusives also on PC. But, and hopefully they're not gonna be cancelled later on. But yeah, that's pretty much what they're gonna do. Remains of Blazing Hell. So let's check out this. And Sony, like, that is what I was trying to say about Sony doesn't give a shit that they have a old system, because not only is the PS4 still selling like hotcakes, and officially it's still $300 and euros. $300 4 years later. That is, holy shit, that is really expensive. They could still make a lot of extra sales by, you know, 250, then up to 200, maybe even 150, but whatever. So Sony is definitely not going to rush out the PlayStation 5 because their competition has a new system. They don't give a shit. They're the absolute dominant leader, and most likely they will always stay that. then you have so you have that. So what do you think Sony needs to do to make sure that people buy the PS4 games? They can focus the entire E3 and just say, you know what, Nintendo, you know what, Microsoft, it's really cool that you have new systems, but we have games. And that's the only thing at the end people care about. They care about what games can I play on them. And if you look at Horizon, if you look at, God of War, the system still looks freaking amazing. The Switch is not gonna have that graphically, and the Scorpio, yes, that's definitely gonna have games that look better, but they also need to be playable on the Xbox One. So, Sony is in the best possible way that they can be. They only need to care about making sure that the systems are selling, making sure the price is right. Well, they have said multiple times, making sure that the PS4 is the best value on the market, and just release game after game after game. That's the only thing Sony needs to do for the next 2 or 3 years. And then, when they really think like, okay, our system can run 4K at 60 frames, this is gonna be the best system we can create, then they can easily say, hey, PS5 is coming out. They don't need to rush anything when you're absolute number one. Like, if the 3DS can't beat the PS4, why do people think that the Switch is going to beat it if the 3DS can't even beat it? Some people's logic is so weird. It doesn't make any sense. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, H-Brand, Sony's floor on E3 is the biggest they ever had. It is gigantic compared to how they had it last couple of years, and it's logical. They are going to advert, Red Dead Redemption, Call of Duty, but also Wipeout, and Crash Bandicoot, and Final Fantasy. I truly believe we're gonna see Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts. So they need to advert God of War. They have so much stuff they're gonna show that it's just nobody really wants to talk about the Scorpio when there's so much games to talk about. And that is what you're gonna hear when E3 is over. That is what you're gonna hear. Like, people are gonna say, cool, a new system, but Sony has the games. And that's what, and Nintendo, I'm not excluding Nintendo. Nintendo is also bringing on the games. The only thing Nintendo needs to do is show people the games are coming, and people will be happy. But Microsoft is the one who needs to, focus on making sure people are actually interested in their system. Because right now, not many people are. Battlegrounds. That is really cool indeed, that the E3 is actually open for public. And it actually made me think a little bit of going there. Like, if there is one, like, I want to go to Tokyo Game Show at least once in my life. I want to go to Gamescom, but E3 is definitely like, I really want to go there. And because, it's in America, they speak English, I can I can easily, it's easy for me to go to America knowing that if there's something wrong, I can easily just ask people. It's different in Germany, it's definitely different in Japan, but it will be really cool to go to E3. That'll be so cool. But I think that this E3 is going to be really cool for everyone. And yeah, Sony's going to surprise us. Many people believe that, Sony already announced everything. No, that's not how E3 works. That's not how Sony works at the moment. They're not just gonna announce a couple of games and then years and years not gonna announce anything. Hell no. They are going to keep the pressure. They're going to keep announcing new games. And yes, Bloodborne, if Bloodborne 2 would be announced, that is, and if it actually is like super cool, and I truly expect that it will be really cool, people are gonna talk about, hell yeah, Bloodborne 2. Like, in my opinion, what they should make better in Bloodborne is exactly the same as I talked about with Dark Souls. More and different equipment. With the original Bloodborne, I just had one weapon. I played through the entire game. And compared to like Dark Souls 3, you have so many different weapons and equipment, also with Neo. So, if they make some sort of random generated like Neo, if they would like an equipment system like Neo, that would be so cool. That would be really cool. Yeah, Scorpio is pretty much not gonna sell in Japan. Like, they're gonna announce stuff like, Final Fantasy 15 is gonna run at 4K or, a solid 60 frames, sure, but nobody's gonna care about it. You got the platinum for Bloodborne. I did beat Bloodborne with the help of a friend of mine, because he is super good at gaming. Like, he is a pro in gaming. A lot of times I say to him, you should make videos, you should make streaming videos, you will be so freaking popular. He is genuinely freaking good at gaming. And so he helped me out with Bloodborne. If he didn't help me out, most probably I would never have beaten Bloodborne. I thought that Bloodborne was super cool, but holy shit, it was hard. I mean, with Dark Souls, I play with like tower shields, big armors, I'm fully a tank. That's how I beat Dark Souls. And Bloodborne is of course the other way around. Being more agile and, dodging a lot more, it didn't really work. Yes, if Kingdom Hearts 3 is still coming out for Xbox, yes, they're gonna cry about it. It looks the best on Xbox, it plays the best on Xbox, but most people won't care. They're not gonna buy an Xbox to play that on 4K. And of course, I mean, we also have to remember that Final Fantasy VII, first on PlayStation, Dragon Quest XI, from the big consoles, only on PS4. I mean, there is a Switch version coming out, but that version will be more like the 3DS version than the PS4. And PS4 kind of has indeed all the Kingdom Hearts games. So if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, it would be weird to buy Kingdom Hearts 3 on Xbox. But then again, like, if you have a PS4 and an Xbox Scorpio, yeah, that it's maybe is better than to buy it on Scorpio. I will definitely say that. Like, if you have both systems, yes, the Scorpio is going to be better for multi-platform games, but that's it. Don't expect that much for, you know, for exclusives. When do I level up, by the way? When do I level up? Ah. Holy shit, new game +5? Holy shit. I also still need to play like the expansion pack of Bloodborne. Same with Dark Souls. Same with The Witcher. Still need to play that. Maybe I'm gonna play The Witcher today after this. Yeah, maybe. I'm kind of burnt out on Metal Gear a little bit because I played so much. I did play like 4 or 5 missions yesterday. Metal Gear is definitely going to be a game where I just play one mission every day. Yes, Shenmue! Mark my words, Shenmue Remake 1 and 2 at this E3, they're gonna announce it. They would be so stupid to not do that. Especially now that Yakuza is getting more mainstream. You know, more people are talking about Yakuza, and Yakuza is kind of the spiritual successor to Shenmue. It would be stupid of both Sony and Sega to not release Shenmue 1 and 2. Also, since Shenmue 3 is a direct sequel. So, for example, if I would only play Shenmue 3, I have no freaking idea what the storyline is about. I never played the first and the second game, so that will be really weird. Or maybe they will have something like with Yakuza 3, that you saw the entire storyline from Yakuza 1 and 2. That could work. But I would rather play the games. But I think that it's all... I think that they already had a IP copyright for Shenmue 1 and 2 remake. Or remaster, doesn't matter what they do. I do try to play the Soul games with having like a aesthetic good look. Like, I like my warrior to look like I want to look it, and that is why I thought that Neo is so good, because even though you get like you can get the best armor possible, you can still create your own look of your samurai. You know, with the you can easily change the look of how you look. So that is so cool. I really hope they implant that in like a new Soul game. That you can just... But talking about Soul games, did you know there's a game also coming out with a more modern style? I think it's called the Surge. The Surge. And it is sort of a Soul-ish gameplay, Soul-ish game, but then more with like robots. It looks pretty cool, actually. It looks pretty cool. I could be like a sleeper hit. Or it could fail miserably. I, by the way, really like this soundtrack. It's really cool. I also like this level, by the way. Yeah, the Surge. It looks decent. It's from the developers of Lords of the Fallen. And in my opinion, yes, you do have to download a really big patch to fix all the bugs. That kind of sucks. But yeah, I did it, and you know, I thought that the Lords of the Fallen was really cool. Especially the armor sets, as how your character looks. In my opinion, it's better than Dark Souls. They have such cool armor designs, like holy shit. You feel like a badass knight. Yeah, I don't really remember all the names, but I do have different sets of armors in my character. And that makes up for a freaking awesome looking samurai. And I had that armor set like almost the entire time that I got it. You know, I've been using different armor visuals, but once I got the armor set that I have now visually, it looks so cool. Like I tried to mix different things up, and nothing really looked as good as my character looks now. He genuinely looks like a freaking badass samurai. But what I've seen from the DLC though, you're definitely getting a lot more armor sets extra with it. So I'm pretty hyped for it. I'm really hyped for... This is gonna be like one of the first times I'm actually hyped for DLC. Even though I still secretly hope they will announce like a complete edition at the end. They'll be so much better. But even if that doesn't happen, you know, Nioh by itself is already a super complete game. Same with The Witcher. You know, it is already complete as how it launched. It's just better with all the DLC. That is definitely what you should not do. Like, you can add me on PS4. You can see my PlayStation Network down below, XL-klaudkil. Of course, you can also check out a lot of my... I made a lot of streams for Nioh, and you can see the outfit there too. And as of gear, I think I got like green +2 gear. I was working on, you know, playing more, but then the other games came out, and you know, the other games I played. So I'm kind of looking for the DLC so that I can really get back into playing it again. And of course the PvP mode. That's gonna be free. That's pretty cool too. Not entirely sure if I'm gonna really use PvP. I don't think I'll be that good on it. But we'll see. Ooh, level up again. Well, Bloodborne is really cool. Like I get tired. Well, you know, it all depends on how long, but most games I do get tired, you know, at a certain point. No, I died. Jesus, almost killed him. I did check out Paragon and I didn't really like it. I don't really like MOBA games, so... Oh, really? That's pretty cool. But you didn't get the theme? That kind of sucks. That really sucks if you didn't get it. Holy shit, it's... Holy damn, it's almost evening. Jesus, that's fast. Damn it, it's almost... Holy shit, it's like almost 6 o'clock. Damn it, time flies so fast. Why? Why can't it just slow down a bit? Too much games to play, too little time. You have to buy, you can buy something from him, but I don't know what it is. Human Village. So yeah, guys, it's almost 2 hours. Oh shit! And in a half an hour, I'm gonna make dinner. I think I'm gonna play some other game. But oh, the controller is actually disconnected. Stupid controllers! They die way too early. Luckily, I got three controllers. Oh, this one is also almost done. Really? Okay, but guys, I'm gonna check out. So, thanks a lot for watching. And definitely thanks a lot for the good company. And like always, you will see me next time.